Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's LCTV production of Littleton High School football. Tonight, it's a battle of the Tigers as your 2-1 Littleton Tigers take on the 1-2 Tigers of Tyngsboro, Massachusetts. As always, we're lucky to have Mark Crory, the executive producer of LCTV, running the entire show here today. I'm Patrick Fredrickson. I'll actually be on play-by-play tonight as Mike Fontanella has not recovered from the Oakmont game last week. So we have brought in, dusted off, and brought him in one more time, Brian Stormwind, former youth football PA announcer. Brian, welcome.
Hey, thanks so much, Patrick. I'm looking forward to being back in the booth with you tonight.
So last week's game was a little crazy, Brian. The Oakmont game, there were flags, there were field goals. There was just funkiness. So what are you thinking about tonight's game coming in?
Yeah, well, Tyngsboro's coming in on a 2-game losing streak. Littleton's got a two-game winning streak. I'm looking forward to maybe a good competition. Last year it wasn't very good. Tyngsboro went down 38-0. So looking forward to some maybe more competitive game today, especially with the players out for Littleton.
Yeah, Littleton was, Tyngsboro was young last year. I think they're maybe 1 or 2 years away. But as we kick off here, it's Will Scott returning the ball back out to the 34-yard line. So we're going to go 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Braden Lynn, a quarterback, hands it off to Mitch Bowden up the middle. Mitch is going to get a couple of yards here. Brian, it's going to be interesting tonight. I think we'll be calling some names that we haven't called in the past due to injuries.
Yeah, it's really too bad about Mikey Crory with the collarbone and Jared Lalieve with the concussion.
You can already see here that we got Cody Shearer running down here at wideout, but with couple of players out last week, they went to the hammer a lot more, and here's Will Scott trying to turn the corner for a first down up to the 45. So I think, Evan Lyons is out, Mikey Corey's out, so defensively you're going to find some new people in the backfield for sure. Offensively, Evan Lyons, one of your wideouts, is gone, so I think toward the end of last game, Mike Lynn went more to the hammer to try to run that game out, and he's looking like he's running that a little bit more here today. So it's Austin Lynn and Mitch Bowden in the backfield, Braden Lynn in the shotgun, Cody Shearer down at the bottom of the screen. 1st and 10 from the 45. Got to pitch it to Austin Lynn. He's going to cut it back here. Nice little cutback here. Good shift to the ball as well. And Austin's going to pick up another first down. Shirt tackled out of bounds by number 3, Tony Moshad. Nice little cutback there by Austin Lynn.
Yeah, looks like maybe Austin's getting off to a good start. He had a great game last week. Broke some nice runs off of some passes from his brother, and looking forward to some connections today too.
Kind of shifted up here as the chain markers move. Sean Mazzoni goes to the top of the screen. Austin Lynn in that slot. Will Scott down in the slot at the bottom of the screen, and Cody Shearer way down to the bottom. Mitch Bowden in the backfield here, so it looks like it may be a passing down for them. And I'm wrong again. Right up the middle to Mitch Bowden, who's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards. Good gang tackle there by Tyngsboro.
Picks up several yards.
Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 7, maybe 2nd and 8. It's interesting, they've got a lot of weapons, a lot of good receivers here. And losing Evan Lyons is definitely a deep ball threat that you take out of the game. But Austin Lynn and Will Scott are excellent receivers here, so we'll see what they have to say.
Yeah.
And Leo Gibbons has filled in as well. We'll probably see his number tonight. Austin Lynn from the, Braden Lynn from the shotgun, again up the middle of Mitch Bowden. He's going to have a nice little run here. It's going to put it at about 3rd and 4 or 5.
Bowden with the carry again.
Last week's game, Brian, I was at, and I had to leave at halftime, but I just couldn't get a feel for that game, and I don't think either team could either. There was, the flags, and I saw more flags in the first half than I've seen the entire season here. So I think that they want to settle in here and have a good series here on this first run. Shotgun for Braden Lynn. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look long. He's got Sean Mazzoni down into the corner. Oh!
Woo!
Sean Mazzoni, the tight end, showing Gronk-like speed on that outside edge. Got behind his receiver. Braden Lynn put it out there and just couldn't hang on. And I think that Sean would take that ball anytime.
Yeah, just a tad overthrown there.
All right, we are 4th and 5. Littleton's going to go for it here. Mitch in the backfield. Braden Lynn in the shotgun again. Cody Shearer to the bottom of the screen. Ooh, good little jump there, but didn't get it off. Got to change up the play here. Mitch Bowden's going to come to the other side. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. going to roll out again. Mitch Bowden in protection. He slides out from the backfield. Oh, and a great tackle.
Yeah, Keenan Haley coming up to make the sack.
Haley didn't even look to block that pass. He went right for the tackle, and Braden Lynn thought he was going to be able to sidestep him and didn't. And I'll tell you something, Mitch Bowden has slipped out of the backfield, and I think that's where Braden Lynn was looking, and that was going to be a touchdown. So that is a touchdown-saving tackle there by Tyngsboro. Turned over on downs. Tyngsboro will take over at the 47-yard line, just short of midfield, 1st and 10.
Wow, that's a big play for that defense, having given up 30-some-odd points last week against Maynard. We don't want to give them any confidence here.
Yeah, it's a good point, too. There's a big contest going on the other side of town. I mean, a couple towns away, Maynard and Oakmont are going at it, so things should shake out tonight, I think, by the end of the night. Tucker Carmile at quarterback. Tucker Carmile is a captain and only a sophomore, and last year when he played, he was excellent, so he's got a lot of good football in front of him. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw to his tight end, and just a bit overthrown. Good throw ball. Good job getting rid of that ball.
Yeah, some nice pressure by Kevin McDonald, flushing the quarterback out of the pocket there, forcing him to get rid of it.
Tyngsboro definitely throw the ball a lot here tonight. Again, Tucker Carmichael was very good in that defeat last year. I think it was 35-0 is what you mentioned, but he looked pretty solid as a freshman. Big kid, and again, it means something. He's been named captain. All right, Carmichael from the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. He's going to fade back again. He's going to throw a little screen, and that is going to be stopped for no gain. Evan Robson with the catch.
Yeah, Sean Mazzoni putting the pressure on Carmichael, forcing him to throw the ball a little quickly. And
nice job by Will Scott to get up there on that tackle for no gain. So we are going to be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. 47-yard, we're probably back at the 46 now. And in the backfield, it looks like trying to pick up some of the numbers of the defensive players now who would be filling in for Mikey Corey and Evan Lyons. All right, Carmichael's going to roll to the right. He's got a receiver open. He's got him, and that is going to be very close. I think they're going to mark him just short.
Yeah, Ty Price with the tackle there. He's one of those replacements you're talking about, Patrick.
Yeah, I know Mike Lynn was taking a lot of looks at a lot of different guys. Tony DeCiccio getting some looks as well. So we'll see how this all pans out. But they are about a yard and a half short here. And when you're trying to build and you're 1 and 2, I think you go for it here. Carmichael coming in with the play. 7:32 to go, first quarter, no score. Ball listed on the 44-yard line, but it's actually closer to the 45. Carmichael in the shotgun. Evan Robson in the backfield to provide some protection. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. And we're going to get a timeout from Tyngsboro. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. I think they saw something in the defense and they want to adjust to that.
Yeah, they might as well take a timeout here and be careful, get this first down.
So, we were talking earlier, but just to kind of reiterate the point about injuries, I know that Mike Lynn is looking at probably 6 or 7 contributor starters out due to various reasons. Evan Lyons, I know everybody saw it, was the flag issue and getting tossed out of the game last week. But Jared Lee's got a concussion. Mikey Corey's probably gone for the season with a collarbone injury. So you got to find people to fit in, and it's it really hasn't felt like a settled season yet for Mike.
Yeah, I think we'll be happy to come away with a win any way we can get it tonight.
I got to tell you, the one upside of getting a concussion is I'm looking at Jared Lee with those sunglasses on. He's looking styling. Small consolation, but it's something. All right, 7:32 to go. We are 4th and 1 from the 44. It's a long one. Carmichael now sets 3 receivers go to the top of the screen. 1 at the bottom. Robson in the backfield. Robson's going to give protection. They're going to throw to the outside. Oh! Would have been interested to see that catch. He had 1 blocker in front of him, but Will Scott was closing quickly. I'm not sure they would have got a first down on that either. But
yeah, really interesting call after the timeout there. They must have saw something on the outside, not a lot of coverage, but that was a tough play to make.
Yeah, then that kind of play on 4th down, I think you'd want to take a little bit of shot downfield, not all the way downfield, but, you overthrow that ball and it's 6 the other way. So we go the other way. And we're in the backfield now. It's Braden Lynn with Will Scott going to take this ball. 1st and 10, and Will's going to pick up about 5 on a nice run.
All right, I like it. Keep pounding the middle. It'll open up if they get some blockers going.
All right, Austin Lynn to the top of the screen. Cody Shearer to your bottom of your screen. Will Scott and Mitch Bode in the backfield. We're going shotgun again. Hammer look. Sean Mazzoni playing tight end. Going to sweep to the right, up the middle. And Mitch Bode gets hit early. Good tackle by Tyngsboro. That may lose a yard.
Yeah, the hole closed quickly. That was Joe Manzo with the tackle for Tyngsboro.
All right, so it's going to be listed at 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard, but it's probably closer to 3rd and 7 here. Ball on the 48-yard line. You can take a shot downfield here, especially with that good look you had last time. Could be the brother-to-brother connection, and when it's go time, he usually looks for Austin somewhere. He's going to roll out to his right. He's under pressure again. He's under pressure again. He's got to get rid of that ball. That is a good job of throwing that one out of bounds. Good job, Braden Lynn.
Yeah, that one looked like a broken play. It almost looked like maybe Sean Mazzoni was supposed to stay in the flat there. Maybe come back to Braden Lynn a little bit to make it easy on the throw. But Braden rolled out, got rid of it.
Yeah, first game of the year, Braden hung on to a couple balls much too long, but he has clearly got that message that get that ball out of bounds. That's a strong throw to get that ball out of bounds coming back across your body like that. So good job by Braden. 4th and 6. They're going to punt. Will Scott. And it's a low kick, and it's going to go out of bounds right about the 25-yard line. Tyngsboro is going to take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 6:09 to go. No score, 0-0.
Yeah, bit of a slow start for both offenses here.
Yep. All right, Littleton get their defense set, and I see Tony DeSisto, number 13, coming in, so he's going to take over for Ty Price. And see what we were talking about earlier. I think Mike Lynn took a lot of looks and a lot of reps for both of these guys, and he's going to give everybody a look here. Tony DeSisto saw action earlier this year as a quarterback. He was 2 for 2 in that game, throwing 1 completion and 1 completion to the other team. So. All right, see how this goes. So it's Tucker Carmichael back on the shotgun. They like to throw this ball. Got to give it a run here. Robson is going to swing to the outside. Trying to try to get the edge. He's got the edge here. He's got to get 12 yards on that one. Good run there. Run out of bounds by Littleton.
Yeah, Brendan Kalari did force him out of bounds, but not until 1st down yardage.
And that's the problem with trying to defend an offense like this. They go spread all the time, and then they slip that run in every once in a while to keep you honest. 6 minutes to go, 1st and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. Chains just moved. Tyngsboro coming out of the huddle. 3 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top of the screen. Robson in the background. It is Carmichael at quarterback in the shotgun. Snap. Robson again. And he's going to get, he keeps going. Nice second effort here. And the ball almost popped out. He looks like he dives for a 1st down.
Yeah, some missed tackles at the point of contact there.
Had him wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and then he just kind of squeaked out. And they're not going to move the chain, so we are going to go 2nd and 1. Ball right at the 46-yard line. Shotgun again for Tyngsboro. Probably see a lot of that tonight. Same look. They're going 3 to one side or the other, 1 to the bottom of the screen. Carmel takes it. He throws outside. He's going to get, he's going to get wrapped up by Sean Mazzoni. Great job by Sean shedding a blocker and then making that tackle for a loss.
Really a nice play there by Sean.
All right, so we lost a 2 on that. Pushes the ball back to the 44-yard line. 5 minutes to go, 3rd and 3. Carmichael takes a snap from the shotgun. He's looking, and he's going to get wrapped up.
Wow, we'll call that a team sack.
Yeah, we'll give him that one. I did see Kevin McDonald down around his ankles.
Tackle made by Kevin McDonald, Luke Cornell. They lost on the play.
And Tyngsboro's going to send out the punting unit here with 4th and 8 from the 44, and that was 9. They were 2nd and 1 Brian, and then they just backed up on 2 consecutive plays.
Yeah, I mean, Littleton knew they were in a passing down, and they put the rush on. Good job there.
All right, Will Scott's deep. Low snap. He gets it away. Low kick. Will Scott's going to let it bounce at least once. Takes a nice bounce up to him. Picks it up at the 25, 30. 35. Cuts back. He's still at the 35.
Oh, he's got some daylight.
40. He gets to the outside. 50. He's down to the 40-yard line. Nice run by Will Scott.
Will Scott takes it into last
35-yard return for Will Scott, pushes the ball back to the Tyngsboro 40-yard line. Great starting position for Littleton.
From the Tyngsboro 40.
All right, I see Luke Elliott in the quarterback now, so I would expect a total hammer here. And here it is. All right, it's a pitch to Austin Lynn to the right side. He's going to push it forward. He's going to pick up a nice 6 or 7 yards on that one.
Yeah, some good blocking on the right side of the line for Littleton there.
You know, the offense that they had in originally kind of looks like that hammer look, but you got 2 wideouts to kind of keep it honest. But now this is kind of like, hey, we're not going to mess around anymore. All right, Luke Elliott at quarterback. Hammer look again. And it's Austin Lynn coming the other way. Oh, I mean, sorry, that's Will Scott coming the other way. And Will Scott, I think, knew that he could bounce that one more. Just got tripped up a little bit, but he almost bounced that outside. Picked up maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 33. See what they call here. Mitch Bowden in the backfield right behind the quarterback. And it's going to be Luke Elliott keeping it on a little quick turn. Oh, no. It is not. It's Austin Lynn. Austin Lynn out of nowhere. I don't actually know what happened there. Someone has to watch the replay.
Yeah, I mean, he just ran with a lot of patience there and broke it to the outside. That was just a great run by Austin. He's picking up right where he left off last week.
Yeah, and he gets going. I mean, he's one of the fastest kids I've ever seen. I saw him turn on the Jets last week at Oakmont on a down route, and you know, good job by Luke Elliott selling that. He turned, and I actually thought he kept the ball. And Austin Lynn just came out the other side, went at a little 45-degree angle, caught the edge, and he was gone. And they're going to go hammer again here. Luke Elliott, quarterback. It's Will Scott coming this way. I think he might have been just short. They're not going to give it to him. And that's a good call by the refs there. 2:38 to go. Littleton with an excellent offensive series there, and that does not look like that offense is going to get stopped anytime soon. So we go 2:38, and it is 6-0 Littleton. You know, Brian, they had a lot of success right there with that hammer look, and you can kind of make the argument, yeah, it makes sense, keep pushing that through, but clearly maybe one of the factors here is they got an excellent kicker, but I believe Mikey Crory is the holder for the kicking, so maybe that hasn't been sorted out yet, because Cody can really hammer the ball. And we're going to get a good look at that right now. Cody Shearer about to kick off, up 6-0. He was hammering some in the early part of the warm-ups here. Let's see what he's got. Really like to see him just let it loose. And there you go. He's going to kick that one all the way down to the 10. It's going to go into the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback. Great kick by Cody Shearer. And so Tyngsboro will take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. 25. I'm still calling out the football rules from the 1950s. Good job so far by this kind of patch-together secondary. Austin Lynn down to the bottom of the screen. Will Scott, so they're kind of regulars out there. Ty Price is back in at safety. And they're going to go 3 to the top of the screen. They're going to hand it off to Robson and he's going to try to get to the outside again where he had some success earlier. It's going to be stopped after 2 or 3.
Brendan Kalari. making first contact on that tackle there.
Loaded on the tackle. The result of the play, 2nd down and 7.
You know, if you're Tyngsboro, what I've seen out of the first couple of series is if you're going to have success throwing against this team, you've got to get rid of the ball earlier. Got to run those shorter routes.
Yeah, good point, Patrick.
All right, 3 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Tucker Carmichael in the shotgun. Got to go Robson again, see if he can get the edge. Great job by Luke Elliott holding his block. Excellent job by Luke, not giving him that outside and then getting in on that tackle. Good job, Luke.
Yeah, you got to love that. Luke set the edge right there and just pushed his blocker away and made the tackle. Awesome play.
All right, so it's going to put him in 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Carmichael coming in with the play, 1:55 and counting down in the first quarter. Tyngsboro comes out. They're going to send 3 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Snap to Carmichael. He's going to try to run. A quick pitch to Robson. Little juke step, but he's not going to get much. Maybe a yard or two. Maybe nothing.
All right, yeah, Luke Tornell with first contact there. And then clean up by a number of other Littleton Tigers there.
It's a little tough on the Tyngsboro defense here, coming back, 3 quick ones and out, and now your defense, you're going to be back on the field trying to stop this hammer. You will get a little break here as we count down to the end of the first quarter. Just about 1:10 left. Tyngsboro's going to punt the ball, clock running. Will Scott back. Great return last time. Let's see what he's got in him this time. Nice snap. And it's another low kick, and it's going to go out of bounds before midfield.
I think he shanked that one.
Looks like one of your golf drives.
Me, I never duck hook.
Sorry, people, I got stuck there for a minute as my eyes rolled. All right, 49-yard line, 48-yard line for Littleton. They're going to take over. 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they are back to the spread offense. Braden Lynn back at quarterback. He's going to hit it off to Mitch Bowden. Mitch has got a hole here. If he gets that edge, he's gone. Mitch has got some wheels. Mitch is turning it on, and he just gets run down at the 7-yard line. Woo! Tom Machad with the game-saving tackle there. And I got to tell you, as a freshman, Tom Machad is looking up at Mitch Bowden. He's thinking, do I really want to do this? So.
Yeah, when Mitch gets going, he's a load to bring down.
I was in the press box last week at Oakmont, and the announcers were just marveling at his size.
Yeah, the kid's got to be like 260.
All right, Braden Lynn still a quarterback. It's Will Scott in the backfield with Mitch Bowden. He's going to give it to Will Scott, and Will with a nice cutback. Will's excellent on his feet, very quick, shifty. Nice little cutback to fall forward and pick up some yards. They're going to mark it at the 4.5-yard line or so. So we're goal from there. And here comes Luke Elliott again, and Tucker DeCoste is coming into the game for the Hammer offense.
I like it. The power's set. Let's hammer it in there.
End of the first quarter right now, and we're going to see what goes on. So they're going to move Littleton down to the right of our camera to see if they can punch it in. It's like a little brighter down there. Maybe we'll get a little better look at it. But it is 6-0 at the end of the first quarter, Littleton.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 11 minutes to go. We just reset the clock, second quarter, so we are starting fresh. Littleton trying to punch it in from the 4.5-yard line. Feels like Littleton's kind of had their way in this game, but it's only 6-0, so this will be a good score for them. And Will Scott goes in untouched. Great opening hole. Great job by that big front line, and Will Scott went in. I don't think anybody touched him, Brian, so 12-0.
Now, I think it was a great job by the middle of the line there, led by Noah Graham, the center.
that's a good way to start that second quarter, come out firing, and like I was saying, it felt like Littleton was kind of having their way in this game a little bit, but you want to start to establish yourself. So there's a big difference between being up 6-0 in the second quarter at 12. So this is a good look for them. They're going to come out in the hammer again. Luke Elliott behind center. He's going to give it right up to Mitch Bowden. Mitch Bowden's going to step in, and he was hit about 7 yards into the end zone, which isn't going to do anything. So that's going to push the score up to 14-0 with 10:53 to go. Great job by Littleton.
Yeah, I think if Littleton stays with that hammer offense, they're going to beat down Tyngsboro.
Yeah, because if you look up and down this lineup, there is not a lot of seniors on this Tyngsboro team. So, I would agree with you. They're a young team. They were young last year. They're going to be young again this year. I would say that, now they might be a year away. When we were doing the game last year, it kind of felt like they were at least a couple of years away. But, a lot of kids on the sideline over there. They got a good youth program up there, so they'll bounce back. They're kind of in that, it all goes in cycles. And anybody who believes that cycles don't come to Littleton, we've seen it in the past, but kind of dig out of them. You got to stay with it. All right, Cody Shearer's going to kick this one off from the 40-yard line. Evan Robson back to take the kickoff. Good crowd here tonight, warm night.
Beautiful night.
All right, Shearer set to go. Gets you all clear. And that's the kind of kick you want to see. Robson's going to take it at about the 10-yard line, 9-yard line. He's going to bring back 15. Gets out to the 20, and then he's going to get stacked up at the 20. Good job by Richie Powderly in there, stacking them up and then taking that hit.
Richie Powderly and Leo Gibbons on the stop. Tyngsboro has a first and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
All right, so Tyngsboro, first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going. They look like they want to pass the ball. They're just not getting the passes off here. So
yeah, they got to keep the defense off the field here. They're hoping to get at least a first down or two.
All right, new look here. We're going to go two to the bottom of the screen, two tight ends, two splits. Motion to the left, and they're going to give it to Robson. He's got a little hole here. Nice run there, and he's just pulled down from behind, but he's going to get out to maybe the 32-yard line. Gain about 7 or 8.
Good job of Littleton defenders going to the ball there.
And it's Tony DeSisto back at safety, so it looks like Tony DeSisto and Ty Price may be alternating reps here, or sequences.
Yeah, rotating Tony and Ty.
All right, Carmichael from the shotgun again. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got a little room here. He's got somebody open, and he just keeps overthrowing people. These guys are open.
Incomplete pass, and we have a third down and 2.
3rd and 2 from the 32 coming up. Play coming in from Carmichael. I remember watching the Tyngsboro game last year, and I couldn't really understand why they make Carmichael go over to the sideline, run into the huddle, go over to the sideline, run into the huddle. You add up that by the end of the game.
Yeah, you got to love Littleton's signal system with the signs and the hand signals. I mean, it makes a difference.
All right, Carmichael's going to go straight drop back. He throws downfield, and it's picked off by Tony DeSisto.
Yeah, the tip ball by Luke Elliott there.
Good job on the tip, and Tony DeSisto is probably just so happy right now. There you go, Tony. Well done. Nice job on the tip as well. And that is demoralizing for Tyngsboro. So Littleton's going to take over. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 9:48 to go, up 14-0. And Braden Lennon at quarterback. Braden from the shotgun, he's going to hand it off to Mitch Bowden. And Mitch Bowden is, even when he gets hit now, he's starting to fall ahead, which is good. He's going to pick up 4 or 5.
Yeah, it took 3 red helmets to bring Mitch down there.
Mark Clark on the stop, 2nd down.
I like the card system that you were talking about for Mike Lynn, but they got to do something about Stewie. It's really distracting. All right. Will Scott's going to roll out to the right. He's got some room here. He gets to the edge, and he's going to get down to about the 24-yard line. Nice blocking out in front of him. And that's going to be 1st and 10.
Justin Ruby on the top. 1st and 10 Littleton.
9:13 to go. Clock is stopped while the chains move. They'll get it running here. 9:12, 9:11. Here we go. And it's Braden Lynn still at a quarterback. Cody Shear up to the top of the screen. Will Scott to the bottom. Austin Lynn in the backfield. Going to be pitched to Austin Lynn. He's going to try to get it out. He fumbles it. And he is going to go down at about the 30-yard line. A loss of 7 there. I think he saw some daylight and started going just before he put his hands on that ball.
Yeah, it sure looked like he was starting to look upfield before he secured the ball.
All right, this is actually pretty exciting. So 2nd and 17, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing Braden Lynn air one out here. So let's see what we got. Yeah. Sean Mazzoni comes to the bottom of the screen. Sean Mazzoni, it's Austin Lynn in the slot. Will Scott next to him. He's going to roll out to the right. And he's going to keep this ball. He's going to go, and he's going to get tackled. Andrew Morrell with a nice tackle there, and he's going to take him down right at about the 20-yard line. 22-yard line.
All right, a little bit more manageable.
The result of the run is a 3rd down and 9.
Don't tell Braden I ever said this, but I don't think he had any intentions of throwing that ball. All right, 3rd and 9 from the 22. Let's see what they got. Still a kind of a throwing situation here. He's going to drop straight back. He's under pressure. He sidearms one out to Mitch Bowden, who makes a nice tackle after a juggle. He keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps going. Oh, is he in? He's in. Oh! He went about 15 to 20 yards after the catch on that one.
Yeah, you cannot arm tackle Mitch Bowden.
Wow. Great job by Braden Lynn, too. He's under a little bit of pressure, and to get that ball out and over to Mitch Bowden, he kind of dropped down a little sidearm to give it that good angle. And then Mitch kind of took his eyes off it, a little juggle, picked it up, and then got hit, and he just he kept going after that first hit. 7:37 to go, 20-0 Littleton.
Gonna have to hit Mitch low if you want to bring him down.
I'm not hitting Mitch low.
That's why we're up here.
Yes, indeed. All right, they're going to go hammer here. Looks like they're maybe going to take a timeout. Think about it.
Timeout taken by Littleton.
Mike Glynn's got something he wants to discuss. He saw something out there that he wasn't happy with, or maybe they're trying something here, that's a new look. Last year we saw the same thing. At the very end of the year, they went with a couple of new looks out of the hammer where it was that kind of the fake, the high snap kind of thing, and so maybe he wants to work on something here, but it definitely, to me, looked a little bit more like he saw something out there. He didn't like the way they were set up. So Mike Fontanello is actually down at his GWI golf tournament, which is down in his old hometown. He hangs out with his old cronies, with his old coaches and stuff like that, and so it's a pleasure to not have to listen to his war stories about how good he was as a player. But I'll tell you this, I ran into one of his coaches once down there. I was like, in one sentence, can you tell me about Mike's athleticism? And he said to me, out of all the players that I coached in my career, Mike was one of them. All right, they're going to punch it in. It's going to be close. Yes, I see some arms up. That's going to be 2 more.
It is good.
Punch it up on the board, 22-0. 7:37 to go.
Crosses the goal line.
Yeah, Mike had to know there might be some abuse in his absence.
He was busting on me for missing a whole half last week, and then he's out for the whole game this week. Anybody who's watching this game, if you want to write into LCTV and say that you like the team tonight, feel free to do so. So just a few minutes ago, it was 6-0. Kind of felt like it was still anybody's game, and here we are standing at 22-0. Just a couple more minutes later.
Yeah, that turnover kind of sent it landsliding the other way. Well, I mean, it's good for Littleton in the sense that they're missing some players. I got some young players getting some good experience tonight, and
that's a good point. Tony DeSisto intercepts that ball. He's down thinking, hey, I can do this, right? And having confident players out there is a big part of this. All right, Cody Shear is going to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Evan Robson back deep. And it's a kind of a side kick here. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. Tommy Mashad with it. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get back up to about the 30, so a good return on a kind of a funky ball. Nice tackle by Brendan Kalari, giving a good little whack there. And it's 7:28 to go. Littleton up 22 to nothing. Tyngsboro's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
And it looks like Tony DeSisto's back out there at safety, so good play gets rewarded. Shotgun for Carmichael. Robson in motion. Robson's going to take it. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to pick up a couple yards here. Good defense by Littleton.
Evan Robson on the carry. Luke Tornell with the tackle.
Yeah, Luke Tornell and Luke Elliott in on that
Second
tackle.
down and 6.
So it looks like it's about 2nd and 8 here. Ball on about the maybe 2nd and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Don't forget to stop by the snack shack. Looking like a burger. Right in.
Carmichael from the shotgun again. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 in the slot. Looks like they're trying to give him a little more protection. He's going to pitch to Robson. And that's not going to go anywhere. We're going to flag though.
Robson with the carry.
Since there was nobody else in there, I got to believe this might be a face
Will
mask.
Scott Sean Mazzoni on the stop. There is a flag on the play.
A hold. Got a hold on Tyngsboro. Huh.
Yeah.
I must have missed it. It must have been behind him because I didn't really see anybody else in there with Robson. But see what Mike Lynn's going to do here. I mean, not Mike Lynn out there, but Carlo Ferrante's trying to figure out what's going to happen here. I think if you probably take the yardage here and hope for a turnover.
Yeah, second down. You take the yardage, I would think.
Oh,
No, they could have come.
All right, so they're going to decline it. So they're going to put him at
Littleton declines.
3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7.
Ball at the 33-yard line. All right, Carmichael finally brings the play in. Sutherland goes to the top of the screen, Robson to the bottom of the screen, and it took so long here. I think they got to delay a game. That's what I was talking about earlier, that you kind of lose track of how much time it actually takes to get from the sideline. Carmichael's clearly not, running from the sideline back to the huddle, so a lot of time's getting chewed up. Carmichael takes a snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He just tucks it away. He doesn't look like he's going to throw this ball, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard or two, not much.
Carmichael with the carry.
Yeah, they're clearly trying everything to get something going here.
Luke Tornell and Brendan Kalari.
Luke Tornell and Brendan Kalari in on the tackle there. 5:44 to go and counting. 4th and 8. Ball on the 28-yard line. Punt team in for Tyngsboro. Will Scott back deep. Oh, it's a low snap, and it gets it away. Good job getting that ball away. That one's going to go out of bounds, though. This will be interesting to see where they mark that one. See if he starts walking out. He's going to give it right to the 47-yard line. I didn't see that at all. That ball looked like it landed way outside, and I thought that ball was going to come back to the side of the field, but that's why the refs are getting paid the way they are. So 5:15 to go, 22-0 Littleton. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. And it's Braden Lynn back at quarterback, Mitch Bowden in the backfield. Sean Mazzoni down at the bottom of the screen. Austin Lynn down at the bottom of the screen, and it's going to go right to Mitch Bowden, and why not? Mitch picks up a cool 8.
At this point, almost no reason to do anything but hand the ball off.
Now, you and I are not getting paid by the hour, so keep that clock running if it's working, right? Here we go again, same set. Will Scott in motion. He's going to take it here, a little pitch, and he's going to get maybe a yard or two, but that's all he really needed. I think that'll move the chains.
Yeah, I mean, Tyngsboro did a good job sealing off the edge, but they didn't need much for that first down.
Braden Lynn signaling first down. And the refs are listening to him, so they're going to move those chains. He's going to stay in at quarterback. Cody Shearer and Will Scott go to the top of the screen. Sean Mazzoni and Austin Lynn to the bottom of the screen. Mitch Bowden in the backfield. .420 and running on the clock. Second quarter. Oh, Braden Lynn's going to keep it. Oh, he looks like he was thinking about throwing it. It's out of bounds. It's got maybe a couple of yards. 2 to 3 and run. All right, Braden Lynn from the shotgun again. Mitch in the backfield with him. He's going to take his brother in motion. He's going to drop it to his brother. He's going to try to get to the edge. Cuts it back upfield, a nice cut, and he picks up a first down and change.
Oh, nice tackle by Zach Souza. That's a tough change of pace. You know, Mitch Bowden to Austin Lynn.
One thing I've noticed about Austin is he is very good at trying to get to the edge, and then as soon as he cuts it back upfield, it's almost like a right angle. You know, a lot of people take a lot more time to get turned upfield, but he is like one way, and then he's 90 degrees the other way.
Yeah, he's good at planting that foot.
Mitch Bowden again. Man, he can go.
Yeah, it looks like Tyngsboro defense is getting worn down here.
Mitch picks up about 9 yards on that. You know, he's getting hit, and then you call and you look, he's picked up 9 yards.
I mean, if he gets going, gets a little momentum, very tough to take down.
You got to be on his legs right away, and it's got to be 9 or 10 people tackling him.
Yeah, and Tyngsboro's front is just not stout enough against the Littleton line to push the line back at all, and so Mitch is going to have a good second half too, I think.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I think it was West Boylston had the kid Cole McCubery, and you know the way that Littleton tried to get after him in the playoff game was first guy gets right around his feet and his ankles, don't let him get his feet going, and then it's got to be 9 to 10 guys tackling him.
Yeah.
And you can see, like to your point, you cannot arm tackle Mitch Bowden. You got to get his feet, you got to stop him from being able to run, and then you got to have 4 or 5 other guys help you. They go from the hammer here. Will Scott. Good job by Luke Elliott. So Luke got that ball to Will Scott, and then was the lead blocker. Just hit 3 minutes here, 22-0 Littleton, second quarter.
Really a great job by Littleton's front run blocking today.
Folks, we're getting close to halftime. Lots of good stuff happening. Stay tuned.
Mitch Bowden up the middle, and there you go. You called it, Brian. As he wears his team down, he's going to be tough to stop. We got a Littleton player down on the field. Great job by the offensive line there. Can't quite get a number on who's down.
Yeah, neither can I.
It's not Cody Shearer, is it?
Oh, it's Parker Landforce, possibly.
Yeah, I see Parker on the sideline, so it's not going to be him. So 28-0 here, 2:29 to go in the second quarter. We're just pausing here as the Littleton players down on the field. Players out on the field all taking a knee. Crowd a little quiet here. And he's up.
Oh, 77.
Matt Kuna.
Matt Kuna is up.
Good to see him up and
He's
walking.
way to the whole sideline.
You really don't want to be losing anybody off of that front line.
Yeah, good to see him
Willie
walking off.
Supernaut checks in on the offensive line.
All right, 2:29 to go. 28-0 after a Mitch Bowden plow up the middle, virtually untouched until he was a couple yards into the end zone. And I see Cody Shearer out there, but they are still going to stay. Oh, it's Will Scott, sorry. So they're going to stay with the hammer here. Luke Elliott takes the snap under center. Quick pitch out. They're going to throw this ball. It's Austin Lynn throwing the ball. It's going to be knocked down in the end zone. Good defense there. So 2:29 to go. Littleton High School up 28-0 against the Tyngsboro Tigers.
Littleton 28, Tyngsboro 0. And now, your Littleton Tiger cheerleaders are going to do 28 push-ups. One push-up toward every point on the board. Help them count them out.
So we are now down again, 2:29 to go, 28-0. Littleton's about to kick off. Stay tuned at halftime. We've got the Littleton High School cheerleaders coming on, and probably something you've never seen before and will never see again, a special award going out to Millie McGovern. And that will be something. I would imagine that everybody in the stadium is going to be standing up. They will give her a special brick. I believe it's her 90th birthday, and I could tell you this, that she has not lost a step as she tried to get a ticket out of my partner here, Brian Stormwind, before he could convince her to get in and do the game. So she hasn't lost a step.
Yeah, it's a good thing I know Millie well, or else I don't think she would have let me in tonight.
She was close to not letting you in at all, so I don't know what your relationship is with her, but it didn't look good to me. Cody Shearer bangs one. Sends all the way back to the 3-yard line. Picks it up. Robson now gets some steam under him. And getting down and getting in on that tackle is number 18. I think that's going to be Leo Gibbons. And Leo's always working his way into this playing time.
Yeah, nice job by Leo there.
So Tyngsboro is going to take over 1st and 10 at their 17. And you know, if this game was a little closer, I wouldn't put it past Littleton to put some pressure on and try to get a score here. But
yeah, they'll be happy to have the clock just run out here.
Yep. You know, if it keeps going this way, we're going to be calling more names, I think, which would be great. Get some other players in the game.
Yeah, maybe have some more Mike Fontanella stories.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We got plenty of those. Get Ben, your son, into the game again. He was great. Ben Stormwind. So how do you like being up here as a dad?
Oh man, it's a lot of fun. You know, even if my boy isn't in the game, I know a lot of these kids. You know, haven't been in Littleton for you know, my whole life as a parent, and coaching a lot of these boys when they were playing baseball and enjoying watching them grow up over the years. It's unbelievable to see how big they've gotten, and you know, proud to see them play.
When Brian's son was back, maybe he's in like 2nd or 3rd grade. My son was a year older, Henry. We took him over to the field just to our left, and we put up the screen, and then we pitched. I had a 5-gallon bucket of balls, and we pitched a 5-gallon bucket and let him hit it to the bottom. And then at the bottom of that bucket were golf balls, and we pitched those to them. And if you want to see kids' eyes bug out of their heads, they were like, can we really hit these? And it was probably one of the most memorable hours of my life.
Yeah, it's a good thing I gave up golf for a bad back, because most of my golf balls disappeared into the woods behind my house.
My bad. That's my fault. If you can hit a golf ball, you can hit a baseball. All right, 1st and 10 for Tyngsboro. Ball on the 17-yard line, 2:21 to go. Littleton up 28-0. Quick pitch out to Robson. He's going to try to get to the right edge, and he's going to get stacked up there by 5 or 6 Littleton players.
Robson with the carry. The host of Littleton defenders.
All right, so I'm looking at some new names here, so it's great to see Wyatt Kopp now playing over at one of the corners. Tony DeSisto at safety. Wyatt's one of those kids where I think any coach would take him on his team anytime.
Oh, yeah, great kid, great kid.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 17, so no gain on that last play. They're going to go under center here. Carmichael with the quick pitch. Robson's going to try to get the edge, and he's going to get nothing again, maybe a yard.
Keep him in bounds.
Robson with the carry.
Good call, Brian's clock is still running at 1:30, 3rd and 9.
Mitchell Bowden on the stop. 3rd down for Tyngsboro.
It's interesting. Tyngsboro looked like they were going to come out with a throwing offense the way they were set, but I don't remember too many shots downfield.
Yeah, I think there was a few inaccurate throws, and maybe they just abandoned it.
But, nothing in the middle of the field, right? Everything to the edges. I'd like to see him take a crack down the middle of the field here, especially against a young secondary. And a handoff up the middle for maybe a yard. Again, it's going to bring up 4th and 8. I believe you got to punt this one away.
Stopped by Kevin McDonald and Luke Cornell.
Oh, no, they might take one more shot here, so the Tyngsboro coach is taking it on faith that if Mike Lynn gets the ball back, he won't try to punch this one in. Here comes the punt team. All right.
Yeah.
Carmichael went to the sideline. He looked like he was going to come back in with a play. I think, yes, if you're Tyngsboro, you just let this clock run all the way down and take the penalty.
Yeah, no.
All right, Tyngsboro now. The clock's running down, 5 seconds left, so this will definitely be the last play of the game. I think the rest are just going to let this run out, and that was a long play, but does not matter. So we are going to go into halftime. Again, stay tuned at halftime. Littleton Cheerleaders, Millie McGovern Award, 28-0. Tyngsboro is down behind. I don't know what you're going to talk about if you're the Tyngsboro coach. Try to kind of build onto that second half, Brian, but they're going to go to the halftime, have a little chat, and we're going to go from there. For LCTV, we'll come back for the third quarter, for the halftime show, and then the third quarter show, so stay tuned.
Very happy 90th birthday. Millie, you made it to a better place to live, and there are no words to express how much she is loved by her community. Please join me in the band as we sing happy birthday to the one and only Millie McGovern. Band, start us off. It is my absolute pleasure to invite the D14 cheer team to perform this evening's halftime routine. Their head coach is Liz Honeshell, assistant coach Monek Pagansky, and the student coaches Delaney Carroll, Catherine Honeshell, and Emma Sunquist. Once again, your D14.
All right, everybody, welcome back to LCTV's production of Littleton High School football. In tonight's game, the Littleton Tigers taking on Tyngsboro Tigers. It's 28-0 at halftime, and it started off as a pretty slow first quarter, ended up 6-0 at the first quarter, but Littleton punched in a quick one at the beginning of the second quarter, and then it was all Littleton running that hammer. They're having a really hard time stopping the hammer look and Mitch Bowden, and when they kind of have that middle clogged up, they're running the edges with Will Scott and with Austin Lynn. So again, a young Tyngsboro team here, and they've got their work cut out for them. I would imagine that we'll start to see a lot of other numbers here in the second half, which will be good to do. Get these guys some playing time and reward for their practice. 11 minutes to go on the clock. They're going to set that quarter. Here comes Littleton out for the kick. Cody Shearer's going to take it. He's going to set it up at the 40-yard line. And hopefully you saw that halftime presentation. If you fast forwarded through it to get to the football game, you got to go back and see the Millie McGovern Award, the presentation of the brick and the birthday celebration, and everybody singing happy birthday. I think the entire stadium was up on their feet. All right, set to go for the third quarter. Here we go. Cody Shearer set to kick. Evan Robson back deep. And he hammers a nice low one. Robson's going to take it about the 10-yard line, 15. He's going to get back out to the 20, 25. Nice little cut back there, good run. He's going to pick up about 15 yards on that return. And Tyngsboro's going to take over first and goal. The scoreboard's down, but it looks like first and 10 at maybe the 20, 26-yard line. All right, so every week we're going to try to bring in somebody to kind of chat with who's been part of the program or part of the school. Not necessarily football players, but people who have been part of the school. And 2 weeks ago, I was complaining that I got stuck behind Jack Scaramucci, which is why I was late. And now I have Jack Scaramucci in the booth on the headset to confirm or deny that's actually what happened. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. That actually is not what happened. He's a slow walker, and, I'm not that slow, so.
I kept begging Jack to carry me, and he wouldn't. Jack, where are you now? What's going on with you? You've been a part of this Littleton High School football program for so long, part of some really great teams. You went to Patriot Stadium last year and had some great years. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm at college now at Bryan University.
How do you like it?
It's really nice. Good campus. Really nice place. I have a lot of good friends there, so it's really nice to just hang out and just do my studies.
Yeah, you finding the classwork? You settled into the classwork down there?
Oh yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm still adjusting to it, but I'm doing pretty well as usual.
Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. So as you look at this team and you think back to your years, what kind of goes through your head as you're out of high school, you're now kind of an alumni here. What do you do? What are you thinking when you come to these games?
Well, I'm wishing I could play in these games because I just miss it. And these guys are looking pretty good this year. They started out slow, but they're going to get better and they're going to learn from their mistakes. And so I'm looking at the defensive line. I really like Gilly. I like Kevin McDonald, and I love Mitch Bowden. He's just a beast. No one can stop him, and he's just going to keep killing defenses and killing offenses.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Kevin McDonald because I don't first year get a good look at him, but it doesn't look like there's anybody out there who enjoys playing football more than he does. Everywhere he goes, he's running, he's high-fiving, he's slapping. He just looks like he's loving football. Good to see.
He loves it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Get it! Oh, there we go. Who is that?
It's stripped, and it's Will Scott coming out with that, but that was a nice strip. I didn't actually catch the number, so Littleton's now going to take over first and 10 at the Tyngsboro 35-yard line, and there's that swarming defense. It looked like Robson was going to run that one for a little bit, got loose, and then nice tackle from behind and a good job stripping that ball. How's your family adjusting with you out of the house?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all going good.
Good.
My sister is just being my sister, and she's just giving my parents hell, the usual.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. You go out of the house, and now all the attention goes to her. So I'd be curious to see how she's taking that. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a little too much attention.
Oh yeah, as the favorite child, I'm the favorite child in the family, so she's always making sure that she's getting all the attention. So, but she's doing good. She's having fun in school, and she's pretty good. She's very athletic. She does gymnastics, and she's maybe smarter than me. So you never know.
That is a nice thing to say as a brother. It's clearly not the message we got from Connor Lyons about his brother a couple of weeks ago, but close enough. That's great to hear. Hey, Jack, let me ask you something. So this team right now, as we came into this game, they had maybe 7 or 8 or 7 players at least that were out for this game, right? Big contributors. Mikey Crory's out, Evan Lyons is out, Jared Lalieve is out. Did you guys ever have a time when you had a serious a serious quantity of players that went down, or were you kind of like always 1 or 2 players out, but never this kind of 7?
Usually we didn't have a lot of players out. Usually we had a few guys get injured in the year, but I think it was my sophomore year we had a lot of players get injured. But we've been lucky to get pretty healthy last year, and last year we made a really deep run. So whenever someone gets injured, the next person's going to step up and do their job. So right now I think they're doing a pretty good job. Right now it's 28-0, and they're doing their job right now. So.
Yeah, it's a big game going on right now. There's Maynard is over playing Oakmont, which will be a contest, and nice throw by Braden Lynn, sidearming it out to his brother. Good catch by Austin at the 30-yard line. So the game over right now is Maynard and Oakmont. That'll be a good game, and it looks to me like the big game for Littleton left on their schedule is going to be the Maynard game about 3 weeks from now.
That'll be a big game. Maynard's always good every year. We're always competitive. Last year it was competitive. I really thought we'd see it in the playoffs last year, but unfortunately they didn't make it. But they're always a big rivalry game for us, and I really hope they can beat them this year.
Yeah, that should be a good game. I'm looking forward to that one. All right, Braden Lynn's in the shotgun again. Austin Lynn in the slot. He's going to throw. He sets his feet. He throws long. He's got Will Scott open on a nice route. Will Scott's going to get into the end zone at the pylon. Nice ball by Braden Lynn, putting it out to his outside shoulder, giving him a chance to make a play on it. And then Will Scott caught it and did the rest from about the 10-yard line. Good job getting that ball in the end zone. That's going to punch it up to 34-0. Wow. Well, Jack, thanks for stopping by. And we're going to get Brian Storman back. It looks like he's back. He went to the snack shack at halftime, but I think he's finally back, so we'll grab him. And we'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Oh, no problem. Have a good night, guys.
All right, thanks.
I'm good. It's all you. All right, see you guys.
All right, that's a tough act to follow.
Hey, welcome back, Brian. So you missed it, but it was just a nice toss by Braden Lynn out there to Will Scott, and now Cody Sheary's going to try to punch it through to make it 35-0. Oh! And that's a low kick. That's a free ball. Scrum there.
Yeah, we'll go back to the touchdown pass. That was a real nice touch pass to the corner there.
Good to have Jack Scaramucci up here. Nice to see that he's doing so well. Clearly adjusting to college. I had a chance to chat with his dad, and his dad said he was loving it as well. And, college can be a big adjustment for some kids, but most of the kids I know that came out of here, they're doing really well. So we were talking earlier, Brian, about not kicking the ball and Mike Corey being the snapper there. Tony DeSisto, that looked like his first hold on that one. I'm not sure that it had anything to do with his hold. I think probably the person that was most surprised on that kick was probably the center, because I think that ball hit him square between the numbers.
Yeah. Well, with the score the way it is, you might as well practice it.
All right, 34-0, 8:19 to go, third quarter, and we're just doing the same thing we did about 2 or 3 minutes ago, which is Cody Shearer about to kick off from the 40-yard line. Robson back deep to take the kick for Tyngsboro. And I see Parker Landford's out there, Tony DeSisto is out there, Tucker DeCoste, Cam Mossy out there. So it looks like some younger kids getting some action on these kickoffs. Robson's going to take it about his 4-yard line. He's going to get it out to the 20. Another good run. Pick up 16 or 17. High Price coming off the field.
High Price and Brennan Glary.
Richie Powderly coming off the field. All right, so Tony DeSisto's back at safety. It's Wyatt Kopp down at one of the corners. Like Mitch Bowden here getting the signals in for the defense. Leo Gibbons is now going to get a look, so he's going to take over for either Will Scott or Austin Lynn. Austin's still out there, so he's taking over for Will Scott at one of these corner positions. All right, 2 to the bottom of the screen for Tyngsboro. Shotgun snap, Carmichael. He's going to try to roll out right. Gets a few yards, and then he's brought down by Mitch Bowden.
Nice tackle by Mitch there.
That was a quick closeout. 7:39 to go, third quarter.
Second down and 9.
Well, he picked up a yard there. Looked like that player was going to go for a little bit more, and then bam, that door closed. Subs coming in for Tyngsboro. Carmichael still a quarterback, only a sophomore. Not sure why they're not throwing the ball downfield a couple of times here.
Yeah, they don't have much to lose, 34-0.
Quick out. Thrown a little bit low there, intended for Tom Schad.
Yeah, Wyatt Kopp was in there breaking that up.
You know, for Tyngsboro, that stuff is just repetitions and footwork. You know, Carmichael, that's a step through kind of thing, and you can see his feet just kind of bouncing around all over the place. All right, coming down to 7 minutes to go. 3rd and 9 for Tyngsboro. Carmichael's going to roll out to his left. He's under pressure. He throws. Oh! And that looks like it is caught.
Yeah, Phil Sutherland. Nice catch, really.
Yeah, I saw number 3, Thomas Schott, coming out on a down and out, and I thought he was throwing that ball to him, and it looked like it was way underthrown, but nice throw by Sutherland to come across the field. Going to move the chains, and we haven't seen that much for Tyngsboro. Tough throw for a kid to make, coming across your body that way. First down, Tyngsboro, ball on the 33-yard line, maybe the 34. Carmichael in the shotgun. 3 to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Quick snap, he's going to take a straight drop back, and he's going to keep it. He's going to get to the outside. Got a hold on Tyngsboro, I think, coming up. Maybe. Although I don't know. The Tyngsboro player is shaking his head like it might be on Littleton.
No, I think that's coming back. I think you're right. It's a hold.
89 had a good hold on him. Maybe he was just shaking his head to the ref like, yeah, that's a good call. And that's too bad. It's a good run for Tyngsboro. I mean, too bad for Tyngsboro, good for Littleton.
Yeah, they were on the move there a little bit and pushing themselves back now.
Clock stopped at 6:10, 3rd quarter, 34-0.
All right, Price coming in for DeSisto. Oh, no?
Austin Lynn just came off the
DeSisto
field.
staying out there, yeah, and then coming off.
Yeah, they're pushing DeSisto out to one edge. They're going to put Ty Price back in at safety. And Leo Gibbons, who we kind of had called his name early thinking he'd get some time, he's going to take the top side. Luke Elliott getting some action there on the edge as well at the top of the screen.
That's a false start. Yeah.
5:34 to go. The clock is going to stop right there. It's a false start on Tyngsboro. It's going to push him back to make it 1st and... What's that going to make it?
Yes. It's probably like 17, yeah. 1st down, 17.
All right, Carmichael in the shotgun again. 3 to the top of the screen. Carmichael's going to take the snap here. They're going to get it away. He's going to take a straight drop. He's going to look downfield, and he's got his receiver open. Sutherland again.
Leo Gibbons making first contact there.
That's what I'm talking about. This is one of the few times that we've actually seen Tyngsboro throw to the middle of the field. You know, everything's been out to the edges, but it looks to me like you got to take some shots in against that younger secondary here. Pick up some yards. So that's a good play, right? That puts you now in second and 8.
Yeah.
Kevin McDonald still in there at nose tackle. Carmichael sends Robson in motion. Oh, good job, Carmichael, keep that ball. Mitch Bowden had Robson totally covered there, and I think if he had thrown it to Robson, Mitch would be going the other way, and we'd be at 40-0.
Yeah, nice job by Luke Elliott to stay with the QB, bring him down.
3:45 to go, 34-0. 3rd down and 8. Ball just over the 37-yard line.
Well, the way they're running it, you'd think they would be passing here.
Motion. Quick handoff, trying to get to the edge. And he's going to get pretty close to the 1st down, maybe a yard or 2 short. They look like Justin Huberty running with that ball. See where they spot this. They're going to spot it right at the 42. Got to get to just over the 43. So you're 1 yard away from a first down, and you got to be in go-for territory at this point. Carmichael over on the sideline getting the play. Not where you want to get a delay of game. All right, Carmichael comes in with the play. Tyngsboro hustling to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap here, quick handoff. Robson is going to go nowhere.
Oh, that Littleton line, very stout on that 4th down. You got to love that. Not giving in.
Great job by Littleton, stacking them up for a loss of probably 2 or 3 yards there. And Littleton's going to take over on downs at the Tyngsboro 40-yard line, 42-yard line, excuse me.
Tyngsboro did not convert. Littleton takes over on down.
All right, so going to take a timeout here. 2:28 to go, 34-0 Littleton. And we're going to try to, I think Mike Lynn's going to probably switch up his personnel here.
Don't forget to support the Littleton High School Band. Enjoy a great meal at Anthony's Bullfire Pizza at the Point on Sunday and Monday, October 14th and 15th. Anthony's will donate 20% to Littleton Music Food Bank.
So anybody up watching this game wondering what number we're looking for up in the booth here, we're looking for number 67.
The Littleton Police Department open house is this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come to Victoria Station, beauty equipment, and meet the police department staff.
Crowd's still here. Good crowd here tonight, Brian, and lots of excitement. I think that, again, we went back. Mike and I were talking back at that West Boylston game. That's definitely a game that we would have liked to see played later in the year. People, teams just weren't settled in. Littleton was just not running on all cylinders. Very, very inefficient and inconsistent. So
yeah, I mean, really, when you think about all the changes that they had from last year, I mean, yeah, their first game to go up against one of their toughest opponents, it wasn't good timing, but
quick snap to Tony DeSisto, and he gets hit. Ball goes by him on the snap. I think there's a little miscommunication there. Good job of him getting rid of that ball. He's hit by Phil Sutherland in the backfield, but for no loss, they'll get it back up at the line of scrimmage. So I think that you can see here, we've got some new players in the game here, and quick right off the bat. Oh, and I think they're going to call grounding here.
Yeah, it's grounding. I think he was still between the hash, and there was no receiver nearby.
He might have been between the hash, but he's in a different zip code. All right, so we're going to back him up here. Let's take a look at who we got running here. So it's Tony and Sisto right now at quarterback. Cam Mossy is at one wide receiver. In the backfield, it looks like Parker Landforce and Leo Gibbons. Cody Shearer looks like he's in at the other receiving spot. And they're running Tucker DeCoste at fullback here. All right, so DeSisto from the shotgun. It's going to be Parker Landforce with the ball. He's wrapping that ball up just like his brother used to do. Parker picks up a couple of yards here. They have a long way to go. They got 14 yards just to get back to the chain marker, then another 10. So they're probably looking at 24 yards for a first down here.
Parker Landforce with the carry.
3rd and 24.
Looks like it.
Third down.
DeSisto again, shotgun. Backfield with Gibbons and Landforce. Let him air it out, Mike. Let him air it out. He's going to give it to Gibbons. Yeah. Gibbons trying to get the edge. Gibbons, he's got some speed, and he's going to pick up a good chunk there, getting another 10 back.
Leo Gibbons.
Some nice shifty moves there by Leo.
He's a fast kid.
I tell you, they got a couple of fast kids in this backfield because Parker Landforce is no slouch either. We got some fast kids coming up on this team yet.
All right, punt team coming in, it looks like. Will Scott back to punt. I see Austin Lynn, Ty Price coming on the field. White Cobb coming on. Leo Gibbons going to stay out there. Tucker DeCoste getting off the field. No, he's going to stay. Should I stay or should I go now? 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Tucker is going to, I don't know, I think they're trying to get him in shape or something here, running him back and forth. 41 seconds to go, 34-0. Littleton ready to punt.
Okay, flag on the play. A delay game against Littleton.
I think they just took that penalty to give him some more room for the coffin corner.
Maybe. Mike Lynn is much smarter than you or I will be about football, so we'll see what he's got up his sleeve now. And if you're Will Scott, you don't have to be worried about putting this one out of the back of the end zone. All right, 23 seconds left, 22 now. They're going to start the clock. It's a high snap. Good job by Will to get it. Low kick. And it gets a good bounce. Going to go out of bounds at like the 18, 17-yard line, I think. Oh, no, it rolled all the way. It stayed in bounds. It gets all the way down to the 11.
Yeah, good job to get it off and took a Littleton bounce.
Looked like one of Mike Fontanello's drives off the tee when it's cold outside and it just keeps rolling. He's like, oh, look at that. I just hit that one 220. All right, end of the third quarter. Littleton High School 34, Tyngsboro High School 0. We'll be back for the fourth quarter action for LCTV football in just a moment.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the fourth quarter action of the Littleton High School, Tyngsboro High School football game, brought to you by LCTV. Littleton up 34-0, and Brian, I think this game has pretty much gone the way that Mike Lynn hoped it would go. All right, 11 minutes back on the clock now.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike is happy to see the fill-ins doing well.
Low snap to Carmichael. Good job getting his hands underneath that one. Justin Huberty with that run. Sophomore. Cody Shearer takes him out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a nice tackle by Ty Price there. Coming up to make the tackle, put a good sting.
Gain of about 5 on the play, maybe 6. Going to be second down and 4. Carmichael in the shotgun takes a snap. It's going to go right back to Huberty, who's getting some yardage here, and he's going to get another maybe 3 or 4, and he's going to get a first down, and they're going to move those chains, I think.
Huberty again with the carry.
Yeah, they're moving them chains.
Luke Cornell. Kevin McDonald on the stop. Cam Mossy checks in on defense.
Well, I think we're pretty much looking forward to next week already at this point. We're at Quabbin next week. I see Quabbin was coming into this week with a 1-2 record. So,
When you're looking at that schedule, do you see the Maynard game on there at all? Do you know when that? I think that's 3 weeks from now.
yeah, Maynard is the 19th.
Good job stacking up there by Leo Gibbons and a couple of other Littleton players.
Huberty again with the carry. Leo Gibbons, Cam Mossy gets loaded on the stop. A loss on the play.
Yeah, it looks like the next 4 games, we got 2 away games, one at Quabbin, one at Maynard, and then we've got home games against Clinton, and the last game of the year, Lunenburg here on the 26th. And of course we got the Thanksgiving game at Air.
Tom Machad gets to the edge. He's going to pick up a nice gain here of 4 or 5.
Tom Machad with the carry.
And he went out of bounds, but I believe that at this point they'll keep running the clock because of the score of fourth quarter. So 8:35 to go.
32 Ty Price. Third down to 5.
And as we know, Brian, I think it was a couple of years ago they actually put in the rule that, I don't know what the exact score is, but based on the way that things are going in the fourth quarter, I do believe that, the rule is in there now that they'll just run the clock.
Yeah, I think it might be a 30-point spread at in the fourth quarter.
Shotgun for Tyngsboro. Carmichael takes a snap. He's going to keep this one. He gets to the outside, and a good job. Tony DeSisto getting up there.
Carmichael with the keeper.
Cam Mossy was in that backfield early. He didn't make the play. But then got back in the play and made a nice tackle. Good job.
Actually, Bunny Guardi's in as well. Little game of the play, 4th down and 5.
Looks like
4th and 5 for Tyngsboro. Sorry.
I was just going to say, looks like Brock Davis just checked in on the line.
7:32, 7:31 to go. And Tyngsboro's going to go for it. So Tony DeSisto and Brock are also, they work for Mark Crory and students at the LCTV at the high school. So kind of like a big connection there. It's a great program. We see a lot of good kids coming out of there. Great skills to learn. Carmichael steps back, 2-3 steps. He's going to get rid of it. Throws it up for grabs. Oh! Great job by Leo Gibbons to get a hand in there.
And Richie Powderly putting the pressure on Carmichael there.
Boy, if he doesn't get his hand in on that ball, Sutherland can walk backwards to the end zone. So Littleton's going to take over on downs at the 30-yard line. Plays being sent in from the sideline here. Let's see who they're going to go with at quarterback. Parker Lanford in the backfield. Tony DeSisto coming in. Leo Gibbons again. Cody Shearer to the bottom of the screen. Cam Mossy to the top of the screen. And Tucker DeCoste in the backfield, running that fullback tight end position. Shotgun snap to DeSisto. He flips it out to Leo Gibbons. Cuts it back upfield nicely. Leo wants that end zone. Shifty running. Have a cool 10.
Oh, man, you got to love the way he planted that foot and headed straight upfield.
Leo Gibbons rushes for 10, picks up another Tiger first down. Tyler Duchar on the stop.
I think that's one characteristic that you see a lot in the NFL running backs. The guys who plant and head right upfield.
I ran into, when I was going through college, I actually knew Billy Brooks pretty well. And Billy, maybe not a lot of people remember him, but he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Played a lot of years for the Colts. He was captain of the Colts for a long time. And he once said to me, "Hey Patrick, it's not how fast you go, it's how fast you stop."
Yeah.
And I always remember that.
Yeah.
Brock Davis getting into the game here. 5:35, 5:34, 5:33. 34-0 Littleton. Second down, and it looks like it's a 10. Quick personnel change on the Tyngsboro line. Snap to DeSisto, hand off to Gibbons. He's going to try to get to the edge again, and boy, is he fast. He gets to the corner very nicely. A play that looked like he got nothing, picks up 3 or 4.
Didn't look possible that he could get to the edge, but he sure did.
It did not. Good job. That's something to look forward to next year.
Third down and 1.
Theo Gibbons is only a junior, so he's going to have another year. Ty Price checking another game in the backfield for Parker Lanfors. Mike Lynn sending him in, saying, go figure it out. 4:44 to go in the game. Michael Whitcomb now running in for where Tucker DeCoste was. Quick handoff to Leo Gibbons, and they're going to stack him up. I think Leo likes going left and right instead of up and down.
Josh Bouchard and Ryan Smith on the stop. He's up a 4th down and 2.
4th and 2 here for Littleton. Sisto standing there. He's got the same backfield. He's got Ty Price and Leo Gibbons back there with him. Switching them around. Oh, it looks like a little movement there. Give it to Ty Price, and he's not going to get anywhere. Gang cackled in there by Nick Eldridge and Joe Manzo.
Yeah, it's good to see Tyngsboro still, hanging in there, trying to keep Littleton out of the end zone.
I think we talked earlier, Mike. Brian, it goes in cycles, right? And you got to teach him that, you'll be playing Littleton next year, you'll be playing Littleton the year after that. So every game matters, every minute matters.
All spectators must remain off the field Until the ceremony is complete and the game officials exit.
3:47 to go in the game. I see some new numbers out there. I see Garrett Schimmel, number 17. See if he can get in the books here pretty quickly. Ty Price back at safety. Cam Mossy down playing one edge. Tony DeSisto playing safety. Nice run. Tyngsboro's going to pick up about 6 or 7 on that run.
And nice tackle by Leo. Textbook tackle.
Elijah Ortuno taken into the game now.
Second down and 1.
3:04 and running. We're just going to hit the 3-minute mark here.
Timeout taken by Tyngsboro.
All right, so we got timeout taken by Tyngsboro. 2:54 to go in the game. I think they always want to talk and get some new personnel in there. They are running a new quarterback, so it looks like Tom Machad is running at quarterback number 3. Yeah, so it looks like they take Carmichael out of the game, which I think is a good move. He had enough whacks today. Trying to run to the outside here for Tyngsboro. He gets a nice break on the first one, but he's not going to get by Leo Gibbons.
Leo's happy to be on the field. He's showing it.
71 Pierce Winroth checking into the game. One of my neighbors down in the Bruce Street area.
Okay, folks, next week, Littleton Tigers are away at Providence. And the next home game,
2:22 to go in the game, 34-0 still. And Tyngsboro comes out into what looks like a throwing formation. We'll see what they run. Going to run to the left edge here. Machad's going to get outside. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5. Clock's going to continue to run. We're going to get right down to this 2-minute here. We are right through the 2-minute mark here, down to 157, 156.
We have about 5. Second down and 5.
A lot to build on here, Brian. I think Mike was probably pretty happy to get out of this game in this kind of shape. No injuries, get people healed up. See how long some of these kids are. Concussion for Jared to leave is tough. You never know what that's going to translate into. Again, Mikey Corey probably out for a while, but you're going to get back Evan Lyons next week, which will be good. Get that another great, good defensive player and another offensive threat back into that offense.
Well, I think they did expect to beat this team, but nice to shut them out, and it's a confidence builder. Every time you win, it's a confidence builder, and especially with some of these kids who haven't had much time to get out there and contribute, they're going to be feeling good tonight.
Yeah, another part of that too is I really don't remember moving the chains much for Tyngsboro, so it's just a solid defensive effort. I mean, I know that it doesn't look like Tyngsboro has that much on offense, but I'd be surprised if there were 3 or 4 first downs for Tyngsboro today, and that's a good day.
Yeah, the defensive line for Littleton was really stout today, and true that the Tyngsboro line is not that large, but they did the job.
All right, so this might be the last play of the game. 30 seconds we just crossed. Carmichael in the shotgun. He's going to step back. I'm sorry, Machad. He's going to throw the ball, and he hits a big target, the big tight end out there on the edge.
Big Josh Lasofsky.
We've been looking at him thinking maybe you should throw him the ball. And they finally throw it to him with 10 seconds left in the game, or 19 seconds left in the game. That's going to stop the clock and move the chains. I say you take one and shot at the end zone.
It kind of makes you wonder where was that the whole day. I mean, that kid is a little big.
Oh, it's poked out. Machad's going to cover it at the 45, and I have a feeling that's going to do it. Great defense by Littleton. Machad tried to poke it outside, and somebody just punched that ball away, and time runs out. That's the end of the game. Great, solid effort on defense. Excellent offensive effort for Littleton. Final score, 34-0 for LCTV. Mark Crory. Brian, thank you for being here.
Loved it. Thanks for having me. Anytime.
We'll have you back. I plan on sabotaging Mike's car every game for the rest of the season. For everyone who watched the game, thank you for watching LCTV, and we will catch you next week from Quabbin. Littleton goes to 3-1. Good night, everybody.
Good night.